life,
Man.
everything around you is telling you that you have to be concerned what other people think about you.
You gotta agree with the beast.
Yeah, the man of the Lord don't have that spirit of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be ostracized from society, man.
Yeah.
When that time comes.
And it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be a rejoicing feeling, you know, that like this I know I'm doing the right thing. This is what's coming. Not that we're trying to force people to not like us, but just the message we bring is what's gonna not like us. They didn't like Yahweh Shai. You know, they did him that way.
The world cannot hate you, but we hate it.
Yeah.
The nigga woman came up to the elder Menatha Zagbar's camp with Friday night, and she said something to the effect like, "Yeah, I care what other people think."
Yeah.
You know.
They do.
And she was, you know, all in the camera and everything, but they, you know, these people really care about how the world perceives them.
Yep.
You know.
That's called normative conformity.
Yep.
That idea and that mentality don't get a lot of people destroyed because you basically making your decisions and your behavior is based off of fitting in with other people, making sure you're moving in line with the, you know, with other people doing.
Scripture say, follow not a multitude of weak.
And so we're gonna use the Fresh and Fit podcast being counseled, right? So it makes you think about what these influencers have to do. How much do they have to conform and move to a certain key to get the high ratings, to get the high followers? They have to appease to everybody. Well, this truth don't appease to everybody. The number one, like Christianity, is universalism. Yeah. The problem for the world with this truth is it's not for everybody. It's esoteric.
It's separate.
Right? It's only for a few small individuals, a small group of people. So that automatically is putting them. It's the same as participation trophies. Okay, that's what the society is into now. Participation trophies. Well, we don't want the participation trophy. We want to be the winners. We want the first place prize. Okay, that's the difference. All right, and this whole influencer movement and the whole online social media and all of this puts you right in that mentality of following the multitude. And what do you have to do to follow? You have to be evil. You have to be compromised. You have to accept wickedness.
Hey,
Okay?
and he's gonna the internet. He's gonna censor it. Everything. That's why he's calling it the Great Reset. He's looking to redo the earth in his image. You know, you're not gonna be on the internet talking about, you know, against women and feminists. These podcasts are all going out, man. These are that podcast we're talking about right now. He's already demonetizing it.
Yeah. And they're saying it's over. Like, you can't do it for free.
Hey, and they're getting that not even based on a particular video that they put up on that platform. You know how like if you partner with a company, or you work for a particular company, and you do some outside shit, and it gets back to that company, they can counsel partnership.
When it doesn't align with their beliefs or morals.
Exactly. You break certain guidelines, and it doesn't coincide with, you know, the guidelines that they have in place. When you violate that, whether you're on the premise or even outside of the premise, they can they can come back to you and haunt you.
And that's why also that's what that contract binds you to.
Yep.
And that's what separates the men of Yahweh Shem Shai versus everyone else. Because those that have the 501c3, guess what? And you're still bound into Esau's
his
contracts, his ideals, so to speak, man. There's certain things you just can't teach on because he said you can't teach on it. And in return,
similar to us being able to speak on the MOTB, we can speak, we could call on the name, and not be a Muslim. You know, we don't have that 501c3.
They can't raid our school because we don't have a school.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, or church. I was gonna say ESPN has been firing over the past 5-10 years. They've been firing a lot of people. Like was it Paul Pierce? He said I got fired for hanging out with bitches.
on my off day.
On my off day. You know? But then there's been him and some other people, Jamel Hill, or whatever, her situation, but you can't speak on shit socially, or they go try to get you. They told LeBron to shut up and dribble, because he wore a I Can't Breathe t-shirt. Then they're like, hey, just shut up. But then, like with Donald Sterling, nobody did shit because this thing ain't conducive to selling tickets, you know, and making the NBA machine money. Okay, so this is what we're telling you. You're gonna have to separate from all of this.
Real quick, Isaiah 59 and 15, NLT says, yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked.
Yeah.
The Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no justice.
That's
Isaiah
59.
15.
That's when you make yourself a praise scripture. Yeah.
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 You know, that's what I mean. You're subject to that now in this society. You know, where they want to police your thoughts.
Yep.
They want to tell you what you can say and what you can't say, how to think, what to think. You know, you can't have a mind of your own. You can't critically think without being called a bigot,
misogynistic,
a conspiracy theorist, a misogynist, all these different buzz terms that shame you. You know, misinformation spreader, whatever they want to call you, man.
So I just got on this America's Best memes and videos, whatever that other. It's like an American TikTok, and there's a lot of right wingers on there, right? And they get to talk all their Trump shit on there. And there's a whole bunch of that, QAnon, all of that shit's on there, right? One of them had a video of just the newscast people shaming people that weren't getting the jab.
Yeah.
And that is, we saw this happen with the jab. Conform and comply. Okay, that was the narrative pushing. Well, we gotta blame them that it's all their fault when things go bad. It'll be the non-jabbers that are the problem. It'll be, you gotta persecute the non-jabbers. You gotta, you know, they kept pushing that in the minds of people.
If you was against it or even just cautious of it,
yeah.
they made you into a bioterrorist.
Yep. Yep.
Like you was going around spreading and killing people.
Because they're the ones that's not doing. What's crazy is how did you come up with this term so quick to label people with? But that we know, categoreo, that's what you love to do, put people in the box. And most people that were on the fence just wasn't sure. They were like, I need more time, man. You can see what's about to happen.
So what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You know,
Protect your family.
right?
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
It's just pressure, man.
Let's get things back to normal. We need everybody. Come on in.
Talk to your family.
You know,
Take
get
your
your
kids
free
down.
fries.
Yeah. Trust the experts.
Yeah.
Trust the professionals
But
and
now,
shit.
And if you don't love you, if you don't get that, you don't love your neighbor. The scriptures say, love thy neighbor.
Yeah, that bitch said that. Yeah.
And, even with the Joe Biden thing, if you don't know to vote for me or Trump, he really made a divide.
Yeah.
But look what's happening now.
You see Larry Elder?
Exactly.
Yeah, he sunned his ass.
Woo! You can't call that nigga a sellout.
Yeah.
He's a nigga still. You can't call him a sellout though. Because he's a thinking man, but he just thinks outside the box now. He only can think in the realm of this world and who's running this world. And he can't think deep.
And the model we see that we're talking about, we see it in China.
Oh yeah.
Where if you talk about that dude over there publicly,
That's
okay,
That's it.
You can't even utter it.
you get snatched up, put in prison, and you be killed.
Don't walk out with a
You
Bible.
know, if you don't, depending on what you've been talking about,
I tell you.
you know,
When they locking up babies too.
Who?
babies.
Oh yeah.
The little kids that believe in the Bible, they was getting into.
They've been going hard on the Muslims over there in China. They like put their ass in like re-education camps and shit. The same thing they gonna do here. You believe in Jesus Christ, or you believe in a higher power other than this new system? You know, we're lining you up. We're gathering you up.
I keep bringing this movie up, Fahrenheit 451. He said you can read whatever you want on the internet. The things you can read are, you got a short list. You can read parts of the Bible, Moby Dick, like what other something. I thought you said I can read whatever I want.
Straight up Orwellian.
Yeah.
Straight up 1984.
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, this is what we're warning you about, prophesying about. These things are to come. Okay? And at the end of it is a sore destruction. Okay? So they're gonna trap you in the box. And if you conform to that box, you still get the destruction.
Yeah, it's a digital prison planet.
Yeah.
It's a prison, okay, and unpopular, contrary to what Esau thinks,
Shit.
he's not going to be able to ride off into the sunset and create his digital birthright, you know, on the earth. No, the message is that even if you think by taking that you just save your life, you know, you prolong your life, well, guess what? We're telling you that if you take it, now you're marked for destruction. You know, so it's better for you to suffer for doing the right thing, the good thing, instead of suffering for doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Because the shame that comes with that is going to follow you. You know? So, sorry.
I have something real quick.
You still have more too, right?
Real quick, this is James 4:4. It says, "You adulterous, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of the Most High? I say it again. If you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of the Most High." That's, you know, dealing with how you conform into this world. You know, you're just pretty much like, okay, well, whatever my government say, I wholeheartedly believe. I'm going to completely conform and comply to it. I'm going to make my children follow along and comply to it. And if they don't, I'm going to punish them. You know, I'm going to punish family members if I see them, you know what I'm saying, and not in line with it. You know, they're not going to be allowed to come to my home. We saw that the last 2 years.
Yeah. They're going to use...
You didn't get it, you're not, you can't come to my family. Yeah, you can't come to my family dinner. You can't come into our church.
Yeah. They're going to use that, what is it, Romans 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be they could make it a crime for you to be around someone that doesn't have it, you know? They could make it a crime.
Yeah.
So people are just gonna be like, nah, man.
Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
And another precept I was thinking of was 1 Corinthians 4. It said, "You are reviled, but we bless." The world hates you, but you're being blessed by those that believe, the fellow believers in Yahweh Shah. You know, so, and that blessing counts from the Most High, versus how people feel about you and treat you. So that's a similar sentiment to that. And I think this is another sentiment. Is that one a good?
Well, going back on what he just read, because we know he was talking to his disciples.
Right.
He knew that, you know, once they go out and preach the gospel, that they were going to be more hated than loved and accepted, just like Yahweh wasn't accepted. He wasn't loved. So that shows right there that if you seeing more people hate you and speak evil of you, that means that you're actually doing good. You're not of that world. You know, you're not of that world because the world is not accepting you. You know, you're not saying things that the world wants to hear. You know, that's why like them bitches that rolled past. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even stop to even hear what we had to say. They just knew up and down, we ain't hear nothing these niggas talking about. Fuck whatever they believe. Fuck their religion. You know, they just see just from the vibration that's over here. It's totally contrary to their spirit and vibration. To the world.
Yeah,
to this world. They're of the world.
They said fuck religion, but they said all religion is the devil.